Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today I was just thinking about my CD. About 2 years ago, I released a CD, and I was thinking that I could sell enough copies of it to pay for all the costs of the CD, including the recording, the distribution, and the manufacturing of the CDs. And I was wrong in the sense that literally CD sales would pay for it. But at the same time, it's been a really cool career move to have the CD. So I made about 2,000 to 2,500 off of actual CD sales. And then I just decided I'm not a CD peddler, so I don't really want to bug people and try to get them to buy the CD in person. I'll still bring them to gigs and stuff, but I'm not trying that hard. That's not really why I'm here. It actually takes away from the creative side to be pushing the album like that. So I did for a little bit, and then that got me to that many sales, and then I gave up on it. So then what I did was I used it as a promotional tool, and it's actually helped me book some gigs. So there's one gig that brought in about $4,000 just because I had a CD and my friend gave another friend a copy of that CD, and they gave it to they recommended me for a gig. So they were another bass player, and they normally wouldn't have recommended me for a gig, but they decided to after hearing the CD. So that's kind of one benefit of it. And then the tour. So I recently got back from a tour. Um, I made over $5,000 on that tour. So if you add that with the other gig, then the CD has made me a good amount of money over what I spent on it. So let's say I spent $6,000 and I've made $9,000 from gigs and 2 to 2,500 from CD sales. So that means $6,000 brought in $11,000 so far, but it took 2 years. So I guess my point with all this is just sometimes when you do things, you might think that it's a waste of time. You might think that you're spending more effort than you want to, and what's the point? But it really does come back to you. Sometimes it just comes back in different ways, and then you gain benefits from having gone through the process too. You gain connections, and I think that if you're going to create something, you should go out and do it because of those kinds of things. And you never know how it's going to reward you, how it's going to come back to you. But you should just do it because you want to as well. All right, guys, it's a long rant, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it motivates you to get any project that you're thinking about done. Just go ahead and work on it. And go ahead and get it out there in the world. And then move on to the next thing unless you want to be a salesman and push the CD. That just wasn't it for me. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.